the Doubtlet. So in this video, we will learn how to convert a given matrix in its row echelon form. So there are some conditions that we need to keep in mind to convert a matrix in its row echelon form. So we will discuss all these 5 conditions one by one. So the first condition is all non-zero row are above any row of all zeros. So it means, suppose this is a matrix. So we can write this as 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, 1, 5, 6. So can we say that it is in row echelon form? No, because there is a 0 row which is above a non-zero row. So what is the difference between 0 row and non-zero row? If any row contains all the elements as 0, then we will call that row as 0 row. And if any single element is non-zero, then that row will be non-zero. So first operation we will apply here, that we will just interchange the third row with the second row. So we can write this as 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0. So it means in any matrix of row echelon form, a 0 row should be at the end. Means 0 row should be the last row. So this is the first condition that we have to keep in mind. The second condition, in any row, first non-zero element is called leading entry. So suppose this is the matrix. So the leading entry is 5 here for the first row. And it should be non-zero. Third condition is 0 row if any should be at the bottom. So we have already discussed this. All element below leading element in its column are 0. So this is the leading element. So in this column, all the element below this leading element should be 0. And it is applicable for all non-square matrix. Means it is not necessary that it should be a square matrix. We can also find the row echelon form of a non-square matrix also. So we will understand this concept by some of the examples. So this is the first matrix. So it is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Means it is a square matrix. And we can see that all the elements in this matrix are non-zero. So let me tell you, this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the column 1 and this is the column 2. And the elements are, so we can write, let's suppose name this matrix as A. So we can write the A11 is equal to 5, A12 is equal to 5, A21 is equal to 2 and A22 is equal to 11. Means this is the nomenclature of the elements. I will not tell this nomenclature in each matrix, that we will discuss after this. So let's start to convert it in row echelon form. So first of all, we will look at the first element. First means the leading element, and it should be non-zero. So here this condition is satisfied. Means this is non-zero. Then we will look down all the elements present in the column in which the leading element is present. So there is 2 present which is non-zero. So we have to convert this 2 to 0. So we will apply the row operation here. So we can write that R2 minus. So we have to convert this 5 to 2. So what we will do, we will divide it by 2 by 5. We will multiply it by 2 by 5 times of R1. So on applying this operation, this matrix will be converted to, this will become 5, this will become 5, this will become 0, and 11 minus 5 times of 2 by 5. So this will become 9. So in this matrix, only one operation is needed to convert this matrix in row echelon form. Now, some of the experts also say that we have to convert these diagonal elements to 1. But it is not necessary. You can convert if you need. So let's just convert this. So we will apply R1 divided by 5 and R2 divided by 9. So if we will apply these both operations to this matrix simultaneously, then we will get 1, 1, 0, 9 by 5. So these both are row echelon form of this matrix. So now we will discuss the next example, and it will give you the more clarity about how to convert these type of matrices. So this is the example of 3 cross 3 matrix. So first we will see whether there is any row which contains all the elements 0. So first row contains 2 non-zero elements, second row contains 2 non-zero elements, third row contains all elements are non-zero. So means there is no any non-zero row. No any non-zero row present. Now we will see the first element, means the leading element, and it should be non-zero, but here it is 0. So what we will do, we will look down this column and we will see the first non-zero element that is present in the second row. So what we will do, we will interchange this row with the row which contain the non-zero element. So we can write this matrix as 0 1 3. Sorry, we have interchanged it. So we will write the second row in the first row, 2 0 2 0 1 3. This is 1 5 1. Now we can see that the first element, that is leading element, is non-zero. So first condition is satisfied. Now we will look down this column, and all the elements in the column below this leading 2 should be 0. So we can say that this element is 0. So no need to apply operation in this row, means row 2. But this 1 is non-zero. So we will apply the operation in row 3 and we will make this element 0. So R3 minus 1 by 2 times of R1. And with this operation we can make this element as 0. So 2 0 2, this is 0 1 3. Now we will apply this operation. So 1 minus 1, it will become 0. 5 minus 0, it will become 5. And this 1 minus 1, it will become 0. Correct? Now the operation in the first row is complete. Now we will move to the second row. So the second row, this element should be the leading element and it is non-zero. So this condition is also satisfied. It means we do not need any operation in this row. Then we will just check the leading element in the third row. So this element here, this element is in third row. No, sorry. Actually, if this is the leading element, then all the elements below this in this column should be 0. But here 5 is non-zero. So we have to convert this 5 to 0. So we will apply the operation R3 minus 5 R2. With this operation, we can make this 5 0. So this will become 0. This will 5 minus 5 0. This will become minus 15. So we have got this matrix and we can check the leading elements, and to the left side of all the leading elements there are 0 elements only. So here 0 and 0 and 0. It means the condition of row echelon form of a matrix is satisfied. So this is the row echelon form. We have to just take care of the operations. Now we will take the example of a next matrix. So it is a row matrix because it is a non-square matrix, means there are 2 row and 3 columns. So the leading elements I am marking. So these and this are the leading elements. So we will check the first any 0 row. So no 0 row is present in this matrix. Second, we will check the first leading element and it should be non-zero. This condition is also satisfied. Then we will just look down this column and this is the non-zero element and we will make this element 0. So we will apply the operation in R2. So R2, operation R2 minus 1 by 2 R1. So if we will just write this will become 2 5 7, it will become 0. So we will write this minus 2 minus 5 by 2. So it will become minus 9 divided by 2. And for this element 3 minus 7 by 2. So this will become minus 1 by 2. Now for the first column, the condition is satisfied because all the elements below the leading element are 0. Now we will check for another leading element. So for the second row, the leading element is this, and we will check in this column that all the elements below this should be 0, but there are no such element present because no third row is present. So we will check on the left side. So left side all the elements are also 0. So here we can say that this matrix is in the row echelon form. You can convert these leading elements to 1 also if you want, but it is not necessary. So let me convert these elements to 1 also. So we can write R1 divided by 2 and R2 divided by minus 9 divided by 2. So with these operations we can write this matrix as this will become 1, this will become 5 divided by 2, this will become 7 divided by 2. Here it will become 0, it will become 1. So if we will divide minus 1 by 2 to minus 9 by 2, so what we will get? We will get 1 by 9. So these both matrix we can say the row echelon form of this third matrix. So I hope you got the concept till here. Now we will also discuss some another examples to make the clarity. So let's say all the elements of the matrix are non-zero. Then what we will do? We will show this is a 3 cross 3 matrix, means square matrix. So first we will look at the leading element. So leading element is 5 and it is not equal to 0. So we will lead. What we will do now? We will check in this column. Check the column in which the leading element is present. Means this element and this element should be 0. Then we will apply the operations to make these both elements as 0. So first we will apply the operation in R2. So R2 minus 4 divided by 5 times of R1. And then R3 operation, R3 minus, this will become 7 divided by 5 times of R1. So with these operations, these two, this 4 and this 7 will become 0. So we will do the calculation. So it will become 0. So for the 5 minus, this will become 8 by 5. So it will become 25 minus 8, 17 divided by 5. For the 6 minus, this is 12 divided by 5. So it will become 18 divided by 5. Okay. Then we will consider the third row. So for third row, this element will become 0. So 8 minus, this will become 14 divided by 5. This will become 26 divided by 5. So for the 9 minus 21 divided by 5, this will become 24 divided by 5. So we have converted all the elements in column 1 below the leading non-zero leading elements as 0. So this was the leading element in the first row, and below this all the elements are 0. Now we will consider the leading element in the second row. So the second row, the leading element should be this one. So what we will do? We will check to the left side and the bottom side. So the bottom side element should be, so this element should be 0. So we will, and the left side all the elements are 0. So no need to apply operation on the left side. So for bottom side means we have to again apply operation in R3. And we have to make this element 0, but this element should remain 0. Means if we will apply operation with the first row, then definitely this will become minus 5 or any non-zero. So again we have to apply operation in this. So we should not do this. What we have to do? We have to keep this 0 and we have to make this 0. So we will apply operation R3 with R2. So this will become R3 minus, what we will do? 26 divided by 5, 17 divided by 17 divided by 5 times of R2. So if we will solve this, what we can write? We can write this as 26 divided by 17. Correct? So now on writing this matrix, what we will write first row and second row as it is 5, 2, 3. We can write this also 17 divided by 5. This is 18 divided by 5. Now in the third row, this will become 0 minus 0, and now this will also become 0, because we can write 26 divided by 5 minus 17 by 5 into 26 by 17. So 17 cancel, 26 by 5 also cancel out. So it will become 0. Now for the last element, 24 divided by 5. So this will become 18 by 5. And this is 26 by 17. So we need to multiply these. So this will become 24 divided by 5 minus 468 divided by 85. So we will take 85 as LCM. This will become 408 minus 468. So minus 60 divided by 85. So it is minus 12 by 17. So this was the calculation part. Now we will check all the conditions thoroughly, whether the obtained matrix is satisfying all the conditions of row echelon form. So what we will check the first leading element, and below this all the elements are 0, and to the left of this all the elements are 0. As no element present, so this condition is null and void. And we will now, for the second row, this is the leading element. So below this, in this column all the elements are 0, true. To the left of this all the elements are 0, true. Now for the third row, we will check this leading element. So below this no element is present, so this condition is null and void. To the left of this all the elements are 0. It means this matrix is satisfying the condition for row echelon form. So this is how we have discussed four different cases of matrices. Now we will take 3 more cases to make more clarity. So here there is an example of a complete 0 row. So R2 means this R2 is completely 0. So what we will do, we will take down this R2 to the bottom of the matrix. So for the first operation we will apply R2 will be interchanged with R3. So as we interchange this will become 0 minus 2, this will become 5, this will become minus 4, this will become 0, 0 and 0. Then we will check the leading elements. Leading element is non-zero. So what we will do, we will look down in the column and check for first non-zero element, that is 1. So we will interchange again with this row. So R1 will be interchanged with R2. So again we can write this as, this will become 1, this will become 5, this will become minus 4, 0, minus 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. Now we will check the first leading element is 1, which is non-zero, true. We will check in this column below this 1. So all the elements are 0, means this condition is also satisfying. Then we will check to the left of this, no element is present. It means this condition is null and void for this element. Now for the second row, we will check in the second row. Second row, the leading element is minus 2, means it is non-zero. To the left of this, all the elements are 0, true. To the down means in this column below this non-zero, all the elements are 0, true. It means for second row, the row echelon form conditions are also satisfying. Now we will check in the third row. So in third row, all the elements are 0. It means this element should be a leading element, but it is non-zero. So we will leave this matrix as it is. So here we can say that this matrix is a row echelon form of this matrix. So this is the case with a perfect 0 row. So you have to just remember whether any 0 row is present, then you have to interchange it with the bottom non-zero row. Means the 0 row should be at the bottom of the matrix, like this in this matrix. Now we will discuss another 2 examples. Like this is a column matrix and this is a 4 cross 4 matrix. And with all these matrices, if you will practice more by just keeping mind in these conditions, then definitely you will be able to find the row echelon form. So first we will check whether any 0 row is present, as every row has a single non-zero element. It means the no non-zero row is present. So we do not need to interchange any row. So first we will check the leading element in this first row. So leading element is 2, it means it is non-zero. Then what we will do, we will check in this column, that all the elements below this are 0. So this is 0, it means this condition is satisfying. So we will make this element 0. So we will apply the operation. So R3 minus 3 divided by 2 R1. So this is the operation we need to apply in the third row. So we can write this matrix as 0 minus 1. So this will become 0. So 4 minus 15 divided by 2. So it will become minus 7 divided by 2. Now for this element, all the elements below this are 0. This condition is satisfying. To the left of this are 0. Since there is no element is present, so this condition is null and void for this element. Now move to the second row. Second row, this is the leading element. So below this, all the elements should be 0, and to the left of this, all the elements should be 0. So to the left, all the elements are 0 because this 0 is present. So we need to make this element 0. So we will apply again operation in row 3. But we have to keep this in mind that while applying operation in row 3, this element should not become non-zero. So we will apply the operation with the R2 only. So this will become R3. This will become 2 by 7 R1. So this will become 2, this will become 5, this will become 0, this will become minus 1, this will remain 0. So we can write this as minus times of minus 1 and minus 2 by 7. So this will become plus, this will become minus. So this should be plus 2 by 7. This should be 7 by 2 only. Because this is minus 7 by 2 minus times of 7 by 2 into minus 1, so it will become, so these both will cancel, so it will become 0. Now for this element, means these two leading elements are only present in this matrix, because this is a column matrix. Its order is 3 cross 2. It is a column matrix type. So now we will look in the third row. So third row, leading element should be here, but it is not present. So we will leave this matrix as it is here. So from this we can say that this is the row echelon form of the above matrix. Now we will take down the last case. This is a 4 cross 4 matrix. So first we can see that most of the elements are 0, are non-zero. So we do not need to interchange any row. So first we will check the first element in the row, means this is the leading element, and we have to make all the elements below this, means this one and this one to 0. So we will apply 3 operations in R2, R3 and R4. So this is R2 minus R1. So R3 operation, R3 minus 4R1, and R4 operation R3 minus 5R1. So we will apply all these operations simultaneously and we will check this matrix. So this will become 1, this will become 3, this will become 5, this will become 9. This will become 0, 0, this will become minus 4, this will become minus 2. This will become 0, this will become, so 3 minus 12, minus 9. This will become 9 minus 20, so minus 11. This will become 7 minus 36. So this will become minus 29. Now for this one, this will become 0, this will become minus 13, this will become minus 25, this will become minus 36. 9 minus 45, minus 36. So this is all done for the first leading element, because below this all are 0. Now we will consider the leading element in the second row. So this would be the leading element in the second row, but it is 0. So what we will do? We will look down in this column and check first non-zero element. So the first non-zero element is minus 9. So what we will do? We will interchange R2 by R3. So on doing this, what we will get? We will get 1, 3, 5, 9, 0, minus 9, minus 11, minus 29. And this will become 0, 0, minus 4, minus 2. This will become 0, minus 13. This will become minus 25 and it will become minus 36. So in the first row, this was the leading element. In the second row, now this will become leading element. And we need to check below this and to the left of this, all the elements should be 0. So below this is 0. Now we need to convert this 13 to 0. While remembering that this should remain 0. So what we will do? We will apply operation R4 operation R4 minus 13 divided by 9 R2. So on applying this operation, all the rest of the rows will remain as it is. So this will become 0, minus 9, minus 11, minus 29. This will become 0, this will become 0, this will become minus 4, this will become minus 2. So 0, this will become 0 because minus 13. So this will become plus 13. So it will become 0. Now for minus 25. So minus 25 minus 13 divided by 9 into minus 11. So this will become plus. So minus 25 minus plus 143 divided by 9. So it will become minus 225 minus 143, 8. So minus 82 divided by 9. So it will become 82 divided by 9. Now for the last element, we have to apply this operation again. So this will become minus 36 minus 13 divided by 9 into minus 29. So if we will solve this, what we will get? (13 multiplied by 29). This is 377. So we can write this as minus 36 plus 377 divided by 9. So this will become 324. So 377 minus 324. This is 53 divided by 9. So this is 53 divided by 9. So there is somewhat complex calculation, but you can solve this. This will become 53 divided by 9. So we can close this matrix here. Okay. So now what? So this is the leading element, this is the leading element. So below these all the elements are 0. Now we will take the third row. So third row, this is the leading element. So we need to make this element 0. And then once we will make this element 0, so what operations we will apply? So we will apply R4 minus. So this will so what operations we will apply? So we will apply the operations while conditioning, while taking the third row. So we will divide this 82 by 9 divided by minus 4 times of R3. So once we apply this operation to this fourth row, then definitely we will convert this matrix to the row echelon form. There is somewhat a bit complex calculation, but with the calculators or by using rough sheet, you can solve these type of matrix easily. So in this lecture, we have discussed mostly all type of the cases. So still, if you need to ask another case, then definitely you have to visit my website www.doubtlet.com, and you have to sign up there and post your doubt there, and definitely a tutor will connect to you and will just tell you all the step-by-step solution with the correct approach. And I have also designed a calculator based on this concept, which also provides you step-by-step solution. And now let's take a look on that. So we are on the calculator page of my website, and link of this I will give you in the description box below. So this is the row echelon form of a matrix calculator. So basically this is the size of matrix, means you have to type in the order of the matrix here. So suppose there is a 4 cross 4 matrix, you have to type 4 cross 4 and you have to input the element in this. Like for the last matrix we have discussed, we are 1 3 5 9, this is 1 3 1 7 4 3 9 7 5 2 0 9. So these are the input values and you can check whether you have made the correct values or not. Now this is the question that is automatically formed, that find the row echelon form of this matrix. Now without clicking on this button, it will automatically display you the step-by-step solution. So it will tell you what are the pivot elements and what operations you need to apply. So this is the first operation we have applied in the R2 minus 1 R1. So this is the second operation R3 in the R3 minus 4 R1. This is the fourth operation R3 minus 5 R1. And similarly then interchanging the rows R2 to R3, then we need to apply in the operation in the R4 means row 4 and finally in the row 4. So these are the operations that we have already discussed, but you can just recheck your solution from here. So definitely it is gonna help you. See, this is the leading element here, this is the leading element in the second row, this is the in the third row, and this is in the fourth row. So you can definitely are gonna got a lot of help from this calculator, and I would like you, I wanna request you to share it with your friends so that they can also get benefit from this. Thank you very much.